Did you quit your job to run your own business? But now you're overwhelmed with even more tasks and stress. Few days a week you get an invoice, then you copy it. You paste it into a spreadsheet. You send a confirmation email. You log the job in your project tool. And somewhere in the middle of all of that, you wonder why. Why did you even started this business in the first place? That sequence, the copy, the paste, the tab switch, the manual log, is costing you more than time. It is costing you the margin that separates a surviving business from a thriving one. And the tool most small business owners reach for to fix it is a monthly subscription that solves maybe 30% of the problem while quietly inflating your overhead every single year. But there is a different way, and it actually costs nothing. And the most quietly profitable small businesses in America have already found it. Here is how they do it and how you can execute the same in your own small business. The automation software market convinced an entire generation of business owners that connection equals cost. You need to connect your form to your email. That costs $8 a month. You need to move a row from one spreadsheet to another. That is $12 a month. You need a notification when a client pays. That is another tier, another plan, another billing cycle. And before you notice it, you are paying over $100 to $200 a month just to move data between tools you already own. Zapier is not a bad product, but it is a product built for a specific problem, connecting software systems that were never designed to talk to each other. The assumption underneath every Zapier workflow is that you need a middleman. And that assumption costs you money every single month forever. What the most profitable small businesses figured out is that the middleman is optional. Think about the tools you already use. Google Sheets, Google Forms, Gmail, Google Drive, Google Calendar. Every single one of these is part of the same ecosystem, and that ecosystem has a built-in automation layer that most business owners have never opened. It is called Google Apps Script. It is free. It runs entirely inside your existing Google Workspace account. And it can do nearly everything a Zapier workflow does without a subscription, without a usage limit, and without a third party sitting between your data and your process. Well, that is nonsense. I don't know how to write scripts. Is that what you said in your head? Well, actually you don't need to write the script. With AI like Google Gemini, Claude, or ChatGPT under free tier, you can just explain what you want and ask it to write the Google App Script for you. They will even give you a step-by-step guide how to copy and paste this script in your own Google account. Here is a real example. A small landscaping company in Texas was paying $42 a month for a Zapier plan that did one thing. When a client submitted a quote request form, it created a row in a tracking spreadsheet and sent an automated confirmation email. That is 3 steps. When the owner sat down and learned App Script, not an engineer, not a developer, just a 48-year-old first-time business owner who spent one afternoon in the laptop, the owner rebuilt that exact workflow themselves. The owner has not paid for that Zapier plan in 14 months. The script written is fewer than 30 lines. It triggers every time the form receives a new submission. It reads the submitted data, appends a new row to her client tracker, and fires a personalized confirmation email using the client's first name. It runs silently, automatically, every time at no cost. But that is just the surface. Here is where the real leverage comes from. When you build your own automation, you own the logic. You can make it do exactly what your business needs, not what a template was designed for. You can add a step that checks whether the new client already exists in your spreadsheet. You can add a condition that routes high-value quotes to a priority column. You can send yourself a different notification depending on the size of the job. You can stamp the row with the date, auto-calculate a follow-up deadline, and drop a reminder into your Google Calendar, all from the same script, all for free. No Zapier plan gives you that flexibility without upgrading to a tier that costs 3 times as much. Now here is the part most people miss. The reason Zapier became dominant is not because it is the best solution. It is because it has the lowest barrier to entry. You can set up a Zap in 10 minutes without writing a single line of code. That frictionlessness has real value. But it comes with a hidden cost. Think about it, you build your entire operational infrastructure on top of a rental. And every time you need to do something slightly more complex, you hit a wall that costs more money to climb over. AppScript removes that wall. And in 2026, with AI tools you already have access to for free, writing a basic automation script has never been easier. You describe what you want in plain English. And I already mentioned, AI tools like Gemini, Claude, or ChatGPT writes the script itself. Not you. You paste it in, run it, and it works. The barrier that kept non-technical business owners out of this world for 20 years is gone. The objection you are thinking about right now is maintenance. What happens when something breaks? What happens when Google changes something? Here is the real answer: Zapier breaks too. Zaps fail silently. And sometimes, triggers stop firing. Connections drop when a platform updates its API. The difference is that when your own script breaks, you can see exactly why, and you can fix it yourself or ask an AI to fix it in 60 seconds. When a Zap breaks, you are waiting on a support ticket. And to tell you based of my experience, Google Apps Script rarely breaks. It has less variables and moving parts than other external apps and ecosystem. Google Apps Script is within the Google ecosystem, so it is built inherently compatible with your Gmail, Google Calendar, Sheets, Task, and other tools. There is a second workflow that the most profitable small businesses have automated for free, and it is even more impactful than the form-to-email flow. The invoice follow-up. The average small business leaves between 8 and 12% of its annual revenue on the table in late or unpaid invoices. Not because clients refuse to pay, because business owners forget to follow up, or they follow up once and feel awkward doing it again. An automated reminder sequence changes that entirely. A simple app script can scan your invoice tracker every morning, find any invoice that has been outstanding for more than 7 days, and send a polite, personalized reminder email without you touching it. It can escalate the tone at 14 days. It can flag the invoice for your personal attention at 21 days. That one workflow, which costs nothing to build and nothing to run, has recovered thousands of dollars for small businesses that simply set it up and left it running. The third workflow is the one that buys back the most time. Reporting. If you are manually pulling numbers into a summary sheet at the end of every week, revenue, jobs completed, outstanding quotes, new clients, you are doing a job that a script could do in 3 seconds while you sleep. An automated weekly summary that compiles your key numbers from your existing spreadsheets and emails them to you every Monday morning is not a luxury. It is a decision-making tool. It gives you the operational clarity that business owners twice your size pay analysts to produce. And it is free. Here is the counterintuitive part of all of this. The most profitable small businesses in America are not the ones with the most tools. They are the ones with the fewest tools doing the most work. Every subscription you add is a monthly reminder that your systems are not built to serve you, you are built to serve them. Every Zap you create is a piece of logic you do not own, running on infrastructure you are renting, solving a problem that your existing tools were already capable of solving. The shift is not technical, it is philosophical. You have to stop thinking of automation as something you buy and start thinking of it as something you build. And right now, with free AI assistants that will write the code for you on demand, building is easier than buying. You started this business to create something of your own. Your operations should work the same way. The invoice that started all of this, the one you copied, pasted, logged, and emailed manually, that is the last one you should ever have to touch by hand. Learn more how to optimize your small business operations for free. Follow and share our channel Automated LLC for more simple executable AI and automation solutions on small businesses.